Okay, welcome back, everyone. So now we are ready to get going working with the tidyr package. And so I want to kind of discuss some of the main functions that you would use in the tidyr package. And again, the main goal of the tidyr package is to take data that is being stored in a non-tidy fashion and to reorganize that data so that it is being stored as tidy data. And so just before we get into the details of some of the specific functions and operations that you might want to do, I want to just talk more generally about the overall game plan that you would have with this task of how do I make non-tidy data? How do I take messy data and make it tidy? So someone gives you a spreadsheet and most likely it is not going to be tidy. What do I do? So the very first thing that you would probably want to do is just look at the data set and think to yourself, like, what are the observations? What are the individuals in this data set? What am I considering as an individual? That might not be a person, that could be like a country, or that could be a tree, or that could be, I'm using the term individual here as like an individual observation. And what are the variables? What are the individual attributes that we're measuring or recording for each individual observation? So we have each individual, and then for each individual, we're recording a bunch of characteristics. So that's kind of the first thing to get straight, because then you should have a picture in your mind that in the end, each observation is going to sit in a different row and each variable is going to be a different column. That's what it means to be tidy data. So then I know what my end product should look like. Okay, now I've got a vision for what my end product looks like. I've got each thing and each observation in a different row. Each of my variables that I've identified should be in a different column. Maybe my data is already tidy. Great. Probably not. There's going to be some things that I need to clean up. So let me next identify what are some of the issues in my data that are not tidy. And you can go through, okay, then let me take one issue with my data that is not tidy. Let me just take it one by one. So let me just take that one problem with my data. Let me fix that one issue with my data. Now let me look back at my data. Are there any other issues that still remain? Okay, there are some other issues that still remain. Let me tidy up that issue and just keep repeating until you've kind of ticked off all of your to-do items and now everything is tidy. And along the way, you're going to probably need to combine several commands in the tidying process. And we can always use our helpful pipe when we're working in the tidyverse to combine actions together. So that is something we should keep in mind. So it's like you've got a vision for what you want to do, for what the end product should be. You've got a checklist of things that are wrong. So you've got like a to-do list of these are all of the things I need to tidy up in my data set. So then it's just let's go through them and take them one by one rather than try and fix everything all at once. Okay, so that is the general plan. And in the next couple of videos, we'll talk about some of the specific functions and some of the specific tasks that you typically encounter in that tidying process. Thanks.